Hello Flosstube friends, it's Lisa here at Shady Tree Stitches, coming to you with my mid-month Flosstube, where you get to hear all about my stitching progress so far in the month of March. It's currently March, what am I talking about? It's April, currently the 17th of April, and I'm running a bit behind on a few things, but I'm here, so sit back, grab a cuppa, grab your stitching, and hopefully you enjoy what I have to show you today. All right, we've got a couple of unboxings. So first unboxing is the gorgeous Downton Abbey Retreat box. Downton Abbey Retreat is probably have been on by the time you see this, but I thought I would unbox it on here to show you what is inside it. A big box and all these goodies inside it. And some of them are things that we need for the actual retreat and others are just things. So we've got O'Brien's Regret, and it's called Amber Breeze. Oh. And it is a handmade soap. Very nice. I think that's what's making the box smell beautiful. Although it could be Lord Grantham's Custom Blend. So this is a tea, and it's a whole sachet, and it says it is black tea, orange, bergamot, blue cornflowers, roasted mate, and natural cream flavour. So very nice for those who drink tea. That's not me. We have got a little bling called Put That in Your Pipe and Smoke It. It's cute. We have got ingredients like recipes, kedgeree for breakfast, and stewing party sparkling cake and punch. So I guess it's a whole little packet of recipes. That's rather cute. We have got an exclusive needle minder that I'm going to have to open up. See what's in here. It's quite heavy. Oh, wow. Look, there's a picture of the Dowager. Portrait of the Dowager. It says, what is a weekend? So there we go. That's a really heavy needle minder. Very nice. We've got a beautiful pair of Downton Village Flower Show scissors. So much care and effort's been into it. We have got a piece of Laura's Fabrics. This beautiful purple colour. So there we go. I'm not sure what count or anything it is. Got a box of, no idea. A gold box with some flosses in it. Colour and cotton flosses. Turkish Ambassador found dead. Titanic disaster. Great Britain declares war on Germany. And the Spanish flu spreads across Europe. Wow. So I'm going to guess they might appear in the pattern. I have got a ruler or a thread floss cutter. Even a butler has his favourites, my lady. That's really cute. It's one of the short size ones, but there's more. We've got Lady Dot Creates Gwen's typewriter wax. It's in the shape of the typewriter. Okay, we've got a folder, I think for those cards to go on for Mrs. Patmore's kitchen. What the eye doesn't see, the heart won't grieve over. That is really cute. It's like a photo album, you know, recipe cards. And down the bottom, we have got a project bag with Lady Mary, I would say, dancing. Very nice, very nice. And then we've got the pattern, which is why I opened it earlier. I am a custodian, and it is the pattern of the first part. So there we go. Well, that is very nice. I'm looking forward to the retreat this weekend to see what's involved. My next unboxing is of the Rose Crafty Corner Project Bag of the Month Club. And again, so a spoiler if you haven't got yours yet, look away. Last time I didn't get to show you, I don't think, for a while because I had to wait till I was given approval. This is so cute. Look at those puppies. They're all wearing their gumboots and scarves and raincoats. Real autumnal colour. That is beautiful. And what do we have inside the bag this time? All right. We have got the matching alt tray. Super cute. Oh, and, oh, this is cute. A matching needle case with felt. Put it in. We've got a piece of Ada for the pattern. And I will pop a picture in here of the design done by the lovely Adorn, as always. We've got some sweet treats. We've got a caramel latte coffee and some Mentos fruit. And then the bits made by Kylie in a cute little bag. What have we got here? Oh gosh. Okay. A few different things in here and they're falling out. So obviously we've got one of Kylie's beautiful froggers. Look at that. And it's got a puppy at the bottom. Bobbin to wind some thread on. And the thread that we've got is DMC 739. So that's pretty cool. And then we've got some finishing supplies. So we've got some little brown beads, big berries or nuts. Got some green trim to put around the edge. And some really cute little fabric autumn leaves. Wow. Okay, I'm going to have to look at this pattern that I just showed you to see how that's all going to fit together. And then we've got some little blue beads and a 2025. But wait, there's more. Rose given us a little puppy dog print counting pin. We've got some advertising of another Australian provider, Crafty Threads. And so Sharon, I need to reach out to you about the shindig. And, oh, a cute little puppy dog needle minder. Well, that is awesome as always. Well done, Ro. Firstly, thank you so much to everyone who has been liking and watching our videos and have subscribed. Appreciate that some of you got back to us about the light quality in the last video. Not exactly sure what was different with the settings there, so we will look into that and get back to you next time with the Jenny and Lisa video. So thank you for letting us know. If you're new, welcome. Please do like and subscribe if you like what you see, and always feel free to give us any comments in the comment box below. All right, wow, what a great stitching start to April I have had. I have done a lot of stitches, and remember, me talking about my stitch counts is not in an effort to brag or to put anyone down. It's just that I find the data fascinating and it's really motivating. In the first week, which admittedly only had 5 days in it, so it wasn't a full week, I got done 2,874 stitches. But in the second week, I went to the Black Needle Society's downtown Abbey retreat in a box retreat and had a fabulous few days. So I got 4,725 stitches that week. And I haven't added up this week yet because it's Thursday. I meant to film this earlier in the week, but life just got away from me. Lots happening at the moment. All right, so what on earth have I been stitching since I last saw you? Well, I did do a model that I've got to keep secret for the moment. So that was about 2,000 stitches on that model, so that was good. Then the next one I worked on was my fairy tale. Now, all my stitching has basically been either work-related or Survivor with Whip Warriors. And Australian Survivor actually wrapped up this week. So people who are playing along with me, don't stress. I'm not going to look at it till next weekend. So you've got a week or so to catch up any stitches because there's been a lot of stitching. But my idol stitching is my Fairy Tale Town by Aber's Arts. And for once, it's off the scroll. This piece is huge. It is as long as I am tall. But where I was stitching was over on this side, like I start in the middle and then I'm working my way towards the left. So the stitches I've done have all been in this section here, and you can see I've done quite a few. I did 600 more, working on getting that house scaffolded and also the greenery and filling in. But while it's off the cute snap, let's just have a little bit of a squeeze at where I'm up to. There we go. I think that's about as good as I can get it. So that's where I'm done. So all that section is completed of the first house I did. The second house I still need to work on the pebbles underneath, but the house is completed. Then I moved across to this other house. So if you look at the fabric, you can see it took a little way to go to get to the front, but I'm loving that piece. And this one was my idol piece. So every time an idol in either the Australian or American survival was played, found, anything, advantages, I had to do a certain number of stitches that I'd agreed, either 200 or 300 on that piece. So that's really helped to move it along. My second Survivor piece that I was working on was my Macintosh mill. My Macintosh mill was the piece that I was using for the Brawn team. And it is another one that I've got a goal to try and get finished. So every time the Brawn team did anything, I worked on this. And I am thrilled to say that I got another about 2,400 stitches into it. And my goodness, people, look at how it's going. Look how much I've filled in of the actual mill in Macintosh mill. So I've only got that tiny bit at the bottom to go, that bottom corner. Super exciting. So this one will be coming out to play again, probably this week. Because I need to finish stitching my brain pieces. And because I'll show you in a minute, finished my brain stitching, I thought, well, why not go back to the brawn piece and get some more love on that? So, that is a goal to get finished. Maybe not in April, but, pretty soon thereafter. Though I do need to talk to you about my mania plans in this video too. Note to self. All right, then I worked on my brain piece. And I got my brain piece as much done as I could. It was about, I'm adding up, here's my diary, adding up in my brain because I still have the ability to do that. So about 1,200 stitches got me caught up with this one. And I'm thrilled to say it means I am totally caught up with the SAL as it currently stands. There. So I did all the work on the Stephen King section, which is really cool. So that is caught up. So I mean, it's not a completed piece because obviously they haven't released any more than that. But that is why I needed to need to move on to the other one. But I love it how it's turning out. So I'm looking forward to getting back to that next month, and it'll just be a goal to try and keep it up, keep stitching it with my friends on a Thursday night. So if anyone's in Australia based and you want to work on SALs, Thursday night we jump on Zoom. So hit me up for a message and I'll happily let you know what goes on. All right, then the next one I worked on was my pointed fifth. And I've done quite a bit of stitching on this one. So I decided to fill in a bit of the framework that the cats are reaching up to. I've made some problem with that cat. Hopefully it's just the cat and not the framework. I did double check the framework. It does seem to be matching up. loving how this one's looking. You can see I've started bringing in, so yellow is for flying creatures, pink is for land creatures, and then purple is going to be for sea creatures. So lots of stitching on the pointed fifth, and I don't remember the total I've done because I haven't written it down so far in my diary because I told you I've been a bit slack. So loving how that's looking. This one is on, I haven't been talking about the fabrics, but this is a colour that only exists on this piece. But if you think that's a colour I should add to my shop, you know, give me a comment, let me know if you think you'd like to see that one released for people to stitch on. I've had a few people comment and I'm contemplating whether I want to do it. Then the last one that I've been working on for my Survivor pieces, so that was the Australian Survivor, is the American Survivor. And for that one I had to work on my purple flowers, and I've done 800 more stitches on my purple flower, which is filled in a bunch more flowers. So really loving how this one's going. So I do have more. This one will still be getting worked on in the next little bit because it is still a piece for the purple team. So anytime anyone in the purple team, even though they're currently playing individually, does anything, I do the 200 or 300 stitches on my purple flowers. So that one will be still coming out to play. The other one that's for American Survivor that I'm going to bring out again before the end of the month is my Catch the Wind, because it is for, I think, the green team, and I need to actually get a lot of stitches done on that. So it's also one I want to get finished, so that's good. All right, that brings me to what did I mostly work on? Well, as I said, I went to the Black Needle Society Downton Abbey retreat, and oh my goodness, it was fantastic. It was a virtual retreat, had all the features that I love and more. You know, the stitchy rooms that I could go to whenever I wanted. They had live prize drawings and events a couple of times a day. I made some of them, couldn't make others, that was okay, but I really loved it. And what I really loved is that they had the retreat piece, so it's an exclusive to the retreat, and it's starting off here, and I know I showed it to you when I did the unboxing, which is possibly in this video, but it says, I am custodian. Oh, sorry, we need to do it in a Lord Grantham voice. I am a custodian, my dear, not an owner. I must strive to be worthy of the task I have been set. So I don't have a very good Lord Grantham voice. In fact, when I read it, I had a, I can't remember his name, butler voice in my head. But it's Lord Grantham. And oh my goodness, Katie Landis did such a great job with this design. It is just super easy to stitch on, and we had stitching competitions, and I got a lot of stitches done on that during the time. So I'm trying to work it out. I got about 1,500 stitches done to get it to look like that. It's really good. And this one is currently on my U-Butte Fantastic Lap frame. It's like Big Q Snap, and I'm loving it. Loving it. So I'm going to have to dig out the small size too. Okay, people, so that is my stitching that I've done since I've seen you. So just lots of fun. Seriously, if you can get into one of the Black Needle Society retreats, I do recommend it. You do pay a lot for the box, but there was a little birdie talking about them doing some without the boxes, which would be a lot less expensive, and I would be really in on that. I do love a good virtual retreat, as you guys know. Oops, I tipped you sideways. Did you enjoy that? Let's go back. Apologies. Okay, so plans. Well, I am about to start the Easter long weekend here. My husband's going away, so it's just going to be my son and I. And so I've got a lot of plans to get a lot of stitching done, a lot of chatting on Zoom, and also a lot of thread sorting. I did a bit of work last night on another one of my models, which is my DMC thread bouquet, and I'm really enjoying it. And my idea was that as I stitch it, each colour, then I can fix up my master set and also, you know, work out what I've got in stash. I stitch with CXC floss because it is really smooth, feels like silk, and a hell of a lot more affordable for me than DMC. So thoroughly enjoying my CFC. So I do have that available at Paddock Lane Designs. If you want to order some, you can order whatever colours you like. But it will take about a couple of weeks to get to you because it's got to come over from the manufacturer. Also, I have been enjoying my new needles, which I did bring over to show you, but they seem to have disappeared in my pile of stuff. So the pony needles I've been really enjoying. And then I also got a new delivery, I think, from Silks For You. Or maybe I already showed you these. If I already showed you, apologies, but just in my haul, really beautiful Easter colours. They were just sitting here, so I thought I'd better show you. Some lovely pastels. Yeah, I'm not sure if they're the same ones I had from last month or not. Hopefully I'm not showing you the same ones twice. As I said, life's been crazy. Home life, crazy. About to be quiet, hopefully, for a few days. I also got a very exciting parcel, and it's from the Cruel Goblin. And the Cruel Goblin is actually one of my LNSs, but I don't frequent it much. Oh, this is cool. All right, let's have a look. This is the Schoolgirl Sampler Sewing Box, okay? And it came with a little card saying thank you from a sampler. Okay, so this one is, costs me $125 Australian, including postage, to get this, and it comes out 4 times a year. Oh, there it is, Schoolgirl Sampler Club. I haven't done it for a few years because I haven't finished stitching the ones I had before. It comes in the cute little box, and you can see the first pattern that we're going to do there, which is going to be bad because I'm going to have to do it looking at that. And then it all comes exquisitely wrapped. So let's have a look and see what we've got. So this is a picture of the card. Box 1, Mary Lockhead Sampler, reproduction by Sovereign Samplers. So I'm going to have the chart for Mary Lockhead. Piece of hog bristle light from Fox and Rabbit. The over-dyed threads by Classic Colourworks and Weeks Dye Works. A bow and needle. A scissor fob project with coordinating ribbon. I'm going to work with 1 strand of cotton over 2 linen threads. There's a 2-inch border around the sampler, and it tells me to start in the top left or right, and the smaller piece of linen to provide my diamond motif scissor fob. Okay, let's have a look and see. They do, as I said, an exquisite job with this style of thing. Oh, wow. Okay, here's the little diamond pattern scissor fob. Very cute, with the hand-dyed ribbon and the fabric to do it. So I think I just got to use whatever threads I've got left over from the sampler. I love how they do their thread cards. Got the piece of hog's bristle and the chart. Wow, that's going to be deadly for me because that is a sampler that I would stitch. Show you again. Simple house, a couple of simple motifs, and not too much of a border. It's not repetitious on both sides. I don't like ones that are just exact repetition. I like the symmetry a lot, but I don't like the exact repetition. So, wow, hit the nail on the head with that one, Cruel Goblin. How luscious is that? Let's pop it all back in the box. So that's exciting. All right, other plans. I'm heading away on the Cross Stitches cruise to the Pacific Islands, usual stuff, and that is actually leaving towards the end of my holidays. So I have looking forward to having a good time stitching on that, and probably the next video you see will be on that cruise, including the so it might be I have to work out what to do with the cross stitch challenge. You know, internet and cruising stuff. We'll see what happens. If I have internet, it will be fine. Okay, now future plans. I need to finish up my full coverage stitching before I go on the cruise. I need to keep working on finishing up my spider stitching. I am moving into Mania, and I need to think about this because I'm actually going to be in Mania when I'm on the cruise, so I hadn't thought about that. I plan to stitch the cruise piece I designed. I haven't done the model yet, so I've done a full coverage version and a cutie pie version of the beautiful little Komodo dragon, because that is the native animal of the Vanuatu, which is one of the places we're going to. So I'm looking forward to stitching that for everyone as a model, and it'll be available for everyone later on. But I also am going to work on my piece for the Mania. So I'm going to stick a little video in here to tell you about Mania. Okay, I've been very inspired by a couple of my fellow Aussie Flosstubers doing their daily vlog style for Mania, well, on other times of the year, and I often do it for Mania. Now, I'd have no desire to start another 30 projects, 15 projects, 25 projects, anything like that for Mania at this stage in my life. What I do want to do though is I've been inspired particularly by Adelaide Stitches and Rose Craftycorner, that for Christmas they were working on a tiny modernist pattern where they did 1 block a day. This is a Curé et Baticure, and I have started it, but I'm going to set myself a goal of doing 1 block a day, hopefully within the month. And that's good because it gives me, it's 21 blocks. So it gives me a few days grace to work on a few other things, or if, you know, life happens and I don't get to stitch. So that is my Mania goal. My goal is to actually get this stitched and finished, hopefully a block a day in May. So I'm calling that monthly Mania, and that's what I'm going to be doing. So if you want to join me with something similar, let me know down below what you've got planned, and I would love to see your progress as well. And I will aim to vlog more frequently in May to show you how I've gotten on. So just because I know you want to see the starting point, these are quite big blocks. That's where I'm up to. So I've done 2 blocks and 1 border, which is good because I'm going to need a little leverage. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be a big piece. It's going to totally fill this lovely brown piece of even weave that I acquired somewhere through my life. I have no idea what it is. It looks like it's probably 32 count, maybe 28. Anyway, so that's my plan for Mania. Okay, now my other plan you need to get organised for is my birthday, because it's in June, and I am doing a birthday sale this year. And the birthday sale I am doing is Sunflower Farm by Curé et Baticure. And I would love, if anyone wants to join me on this, that they certainly can. Probably run it through my Facebook group. So we'll have an event in there, and we can post our progress. So you need to acquire the pattern. You can order it from Curé et Baticure, and you still get it in time because it's going to be starting on the June long weekend, middle of June. My birthday is on the 13th. And I am dyeing a special piece of fabric for my Patreon members to go under this. So that's actually what's coming out of the dye lot for the May Fabric of the Month, so that you've got time to prepare. So get your pattern and find yourself fabric. If you're not part of my Patreon, I do recommend joining up. Even you can do it month by month, it's not a problem. But I do need you to join up by about the 20th of each month to get you, if you're going to do the fabric, to get you into the fabric turnout. And on that, I know it's Paddock Lane Designs, but I have got a couple of vacancies at the moment for spots in my Fabric of the Month. So if you're interested in having a random piece of fabric, jump onto my Patreon, check it out. And by being a member of my Patreon, you're supporting me in my creative endeavours, as well as getting yourself free projects every month to do. I do an ornament every month for all the paid levels, as well as exclusive other ornaments, other charts for the higher tiers, plus the top 3 tiers are to do with the Fabric of the Month, and they get a piece of fabric, either a fat 8 or a large fat quarter every month, depending on what you sign up for. And you can chop and change accounts as often as you want, so just let me know before the 20th of the month and be understanding if I'm sometimes a little bit forgetful and I might miss, but just keep reminding me I get it right. I don't stuff that up too much, but I do stuff lots of things up. Mostly the fabric of the month people I'm still invoicing, so I'm trying to get out of that. I just want it all to go through Patreon so that I don't have to have that brain strain. So that's my plans, guys. All right, I'm looking forward to spending some good time stitching, so I'm going to let you get back to it now. You know, keep an eye out. There's pop-up events happening in Wit Warriors for Easter. There'll be pop-up Zooms, stitchy times. You know, if you're in Australia or you're awake at the time that we're doing evening stitching, hit me up for a link and I'll happily tell you where to come and find us. Come and join us, and I look forward to seeing lots of you around the traps. I wish everyone a safe, happy and holy Easter, and I hope that you can use this time to what suits you the most, be it family, friends, personal reflection. All right, happy stitching everyone.